standing up, book nearby. Let's just start with a couple shoulder rolls. Maybe try one arm at a time, bring those elbows into it, get some movement in your upper body, shrug those shoulders up to your ears, maybe tip your shoulder or your ear over to your shoulder. Then give me both arms, round it, lift it up, pull those shoulders back and down, palms back, elbows back, squeeze and relax, shake it out. Wider stance, hands on your thighs. Roll through a cat and inhale through a cow. Just get movement through your spine. Beautiful. All the way up, shoulders back and down. Right foot up on that book for me. Stand it up. Let your left foot hover in space. So all we're going to do first, this is going to be very subtle, is a hip hike. So I'm going to lift and lower with my left hip, right? It might look as if I'm doing something with my right leg, but I'm not, okay? That right leg is dropping just because I'm doing that hip hike and then release. We're doing 2 more like that. Good. Then come to even. This time, bend your right knee, tap the left heel, straighten it. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Good. Feel that in your right quad, feel it in your right glute, I hope. 2 more. Beautiful. Then we come up to hover position again. Left toes go out in front. Bend your right knee to slide him forward, slide him back. Bend your knee to slide forward and slide back. You can keep your hands in prayer. You could do arms with them. Totally up to you guys. Whatever you want. 2 more. There we go. Foot to the side. We're going to bend that right knee. We might be able to reach and stretch a little farther. And then we come in. And again, you can do that prayer pose with your arms. You can bring your arms out to the side, whatever you want. Hopefully that right glute and quad are feeling this by now. Last one. All right, fun one, because you can really stretch this left leg back. But the first thing I want you to do is tighten the quad so the leg is straight, right? We're not going to do it with a bent knee. We should be able to reach really, really hard and tap and come up. Now, if you want to even add more intensity, you can either stretch the same arm up, you could stretch the opposite arm up, or you can bring both arms and you're trying to get them past where you can see them in your peripheral vision. If that feels like too much, then go ahead and come back to prayer or do something with your arms. By this time, I hope you're feeling that glute. We're almost done. Last 2. And last 1. Stand on that left leg, cross that right one over, spin those arms, send the hip over to the right, stretch and reach, lift up, stretch and reach a little more, bend both knees, come down, roll through a cat, extend through a cow, and really stick that booty out with a flat back. Really feel that hip. Then swing yourself up, around, and back, and that should give that stretch, that hip that less stretch. All right, we're going to stand up on the book with our left leg. I'm probably not going to do all of this one, so again, it's a listening exercise. But we do start with that hip hike, right? Good. So we lift and we lift. I like it. We got a double team going, and we lift and we lift. Couple more lift, lift, lift. Last 2, last 1. Now we're going to hover that foot, but we're going to bend the left knee so the right heel taps and step up. Press down, step up, or not step up, but press up. Bend and straighten. Left knee bends, left knee straightens. Right foot taps the ground and comes back up, just out beside us. Last 2 and last 1. All right, here comes maybe an easier version. Take your right toes, point them, put them on the ground. Okay, everybody ready for that? And then bend the left knee to slide the right toes forward and then come up. Stretch out and come up. So toe goes forward and back. Toe goes forward and back. You're just standing on the book with that left leg. Again, arms can stay in prayer. You can do something with them if you want. Just a couple more. All right, come up. Right toes are just resting on the ground. Left leg is on the book. Bend the left knee, stretch the right leg to the side and come up. Nice, stretch it and come up. So the left leg will stay on the book the whole time. And the right toes, you don't even really put weight on, right? So imagine that you could just reach the leg whoop, in space, right? And then bring it in. Reach the leg in space and then bring it in. Just a little option there as you bend that left knee. Good, 2 more. Well, I'm feeling these. All right, and then we get to go to the back. My favorite one's tighten up that right leg, reach behind you and come up. Bend the left knee to reach and come up. And again, option to lift one arm or the other arm or both arms. Good. Left knee is bending and straightening. Reaching. Good, good, good. Stretch it back, come up. Bend the knees, stretch and come up. Couple more. And come off that book. Cross your left leg over your right at the ankles. You're down on the ground. Bring your arms up, left arm up to the ceiling. Push the hips over to the left. Feel a stretch in your left hip. Bend the knees. Put your hands on your thighs. Roll through a cat stretch. Inhale through a cow. Really stick that tailbone out. Extend, reach. Bring it up. Beautiful. All right. All right, this last one is no fun. You may need to stand where you can hold on to something, preferably not another person who's going to fall over. But we're going to stand on that book with our toes, the ball of the foot, and most of the arch. Just the heel is off the back of the book. Right? So everybody see that? And that's your left foot. Then step up, and your right leg is just out here in space. Right? Right leg just hangs out. Lower your left heel lower than the book and then bring it even with the book. Lower than the book and even. Lower and even. Lower and even. 2 more times. Lower and even. Lower and even. Now come even with the book. Go above the book. Even and above. Even and above. Even and above. One more time. Even and above. And this time we drop the heel all the way down. We come through center. We come all the way up. So we're just working the calf muscle. Hopefully you feel that in your calf as all you do is lift and lower the heel. Right leg is out in space. Couple more here. And relax. We're going to stretch that left heel by putting the right foot on the ground, not way out here, but definitely not way back here. And then slide the left heel back and let it drop off the back of the book. That should give you a beautiful stretch in that calf. And then bend the knee a little bit to take it deeper. And then you're actually going to turn the toe in and the heel out. So pigeon-toed, step forward with the right foot, drop that left heel again. Bend that left knee. And then last one, we're going to turn the toes out and the heel in, drop the heel and bend the knee. All right, time for the right foot. So again, I may or may not do this, but toe, ball of the foot, and most of the arch is on the book, but the heel is hanging off. Left leg is out in space. Heel is going to drop below the book, even with the book. Below, even, below, even, below, even, below, even, below, even. And now we go even with the book and above it. Above it, above it. Good. Now we're going to go all the way down, through center, all the way up. All the way down, through center, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. Keep it going. And we'll stretch. Left foot goes on the ground. Drop that right heel off. Bend that right knee a little bit. Then toe is going to go in, heel is off, drop it. Bend the knee. And then we'll go the other way. Toe out, heel in, drop it, and bend it. All right, shake all that out. Let's come down to the ground with our book, please. And we're going to go ahead and come all the way down, lying down position. So we're going to bring that book right above us, and our palms are going to be flexed just to hold it here. Let's do a couple shoulder lifts. So shoulders roll toward the ceiling and then press into the ground. They roll and press. So just good work for posture muscles. I'm not going to worry yet about what your abs and your ribs are doing, but we're going to add that in just a second. 2 more times. Good. This time, shoulders down, pull the ribs down and in, and try and keep the ribs down even as you move through those shoulders. So just a straight lift, arms stay straight. 2 more. Good. And then lift the arms up and lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Stay here for a moment, or add on by stretching your arms over your head so your ears and your arms are parallel. Come back to center and come down. Deep breath in. Exhale to lift. Inhale, stretch and reach. And back to center, down. Exhale, lift it, reach it, center, and down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Back to center and down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back and down. 2 more. We lift, we reach, we come down. Last time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Leave your arms by your ears, but lay your head down. So arms are hovering just maybe, what, 4 inches off the ground. Did your ribs pop up? If so, pull them down. Then lift the arms straight up. So work on those same abs, right? It feels like, oh, I'm just doing arm movement, but because you're keeping your ribs down when your arms go overhead, you should feel that you're working your abs, right? So you're not letting your ribs pop up just because your arms went overhead. 2 more. This time, leave your arms overhead, bend the elbows the tiniest bit, straighten the arms and come up. So we added a tricep, bend, straighten, and up. Arms overhead, bend, straighten, and up, ribs down, overhead, bend, straighten, up, arms overhead, reach. Good, 2 more like that. And this time, arms go overhead and we just straighten, straighten, straighten. Tiny movement, tricep, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Leaf, clover, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Woo! Arms out in a T, let that relax for a moment. Then bring your right arm to your right shoulder, press it open. Get a little tricep stretch. Maybe lift your head up and move it over to your left shoulder, your hand, that is. And then relax again, left hand to your left shoulder, press it back. Lift it up, tap your right shoulder with it, open up, and relax. All right. Back to where we were just a second ago with that book on our hands, but this time legs are in tabletop. Deep breath in, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders float off the ground. Inhale, arms and legs extend for double leg stretch. Then tap the book to your knees and reach, and tap and reach. Two more. On this last one, I want you to reach and hold. Reach through your toes, reach through your fingers, tighten your quads, pull your belly button in, lift your collarbone, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, look onto those shins, take a little rock side to side. All right, shins in parallel. I'm not going to do this one, but I'm going to demonstrate it. You're going to start, or I'm kind of going to talk you through it actually. Book is on your shins. And then you're going to lift up with your book still there, and you're going to pump for the 100. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that book there. Notice if your book is going, what? Don't let that happen. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Again. Last one. And relax. All right, now we're gonna take that book, we're gonna use it for feedback for our double or for toe touches and double leg lower. So you have lots of options. You can put it down at your hips. It's not wobbly, so it should stay in place. You can put it over your ribs, or you can kind of do a combo if your book is long enough so that your ribs have to stay down and your belly button stays in. So again, it's just giving you that kinesthetic feedback. You feel it resting on you, and then legs tabletop, arms out into a T, nod your head yes, pull those ribs down, and you can do single leg toe taps or single leg heel flex. You can do both legs at the same time. Just be aware that book doesn't go whoop, whoop, right? The book doesn't go up and down. You take your time. You can even pivot your legs open, press through those heels with the toes apart. If you're looking for more, you can turn it into a leg lower, a straight leg lower, single leg, or double leg for more intensity. Reach, press, lift, sink those abs in, sink those ribs nice and flat. And relax. We're going to put that book back on our shins for a moment. And then we're going to move it behind to our hammies and hug those in. We're going to draw circles on the ceiling with our knees, loosen up that low back, little rock side to side, take your circle the other way. Then we're going to put that book out on the ground and we're going to slide it forward so that you can put, I'm going to show you, you're going to put the back of your left heel on it and your toes up in the air. And you can see I'm not way back here, I'm out there, right? And I'm going to lift that right leg in tabletop, or you can have it extended up. Press into the hands, lift into your bridge. Double check your left foot and make sure it's in the position mine is, with those toes up in the air, the heel on the ground. I already feel this quite a bit in my hammies and glutes. And then you're going to have a couple options. You could lift and lower your right leg. You could lift and lower your right leg and then open and close it to the left for more, or to the right for more challenge. You could lift and lower your hips. You can do some combination of all of that. I know that's a lot of options, but you can choose. Or you can just hold this. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing a single count, you're going to do 8 more. If you're doing a double count, you're going to do 4 more. And if you're doing a 4 count, you're doing 2 more. If you're just holding it, we're just waiting for everyone else. And then when you're finished, you're going to go ahead and then we'll do the same thing, right leg. Back of the heel is on the ground, toes are straight up in the air, left leg can be in tabletop or extended up, and you're going to lift up in that bridge. And again, you can just hold this, you can lift and lower that leg, left leg, you could lower it, open and close it, that's your next count. Or you could lift lower, up, open, back, down, right? So lots of options, or again, just hold it. Once more, if you're doing a single count up, down, or I guess that's a 2 count, do 8 more. If you're going down, open, close, up, do 4 more. And if you're doing hips, lift, lower, leg lifts, or lowers, opens, closes, and lifts, just, you're almost done. 1 more. And then once again, we're going to grab that book and put it across our shins so that we can tuck into a little ball, elbows wide, exhale, rolling like a ball. That weight of that book might actually help you roll a little bit more easily. And next time you come up, we'll hold there. We're going to bring the book behind us, lift those thighs or those shins up, hold here, back of the neck is long, and then bring that down, and we're going to sit up on that book for spine stretch. So stay at the very front of your book, right? You're not way back there where you can see most of your book. Pull your glutes out from under you, sit tall, bend your knees to start with. Check your spine that you're not rolled, you're elongated, and then hinge forward. And then once you've hinged, you could start to play with, and you straighten out those legs a little bit, but does that make your back start to round? So you find out where that is, what works for you. You can slide your hands forward to pull yourself deeper. You could press yourself taller. You guys can play with this. Spine stretch. And then we'll sit up. We're going to come off that book. And we're going to use that book for our roll downs. So holding the book like holding a steering wheel, shoulders back and down, hinge back, give me that shoulder shrug, forward and back, and give me up and down. Give me forward, back, up, down, leave it there. Squeeze your knees together. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change this. Put your book between your knees. That's going to be your checkpoint. Arms out into a T, and you're rotating side to side. But that book is making sure, you guys keep going, that book is making sure that you are not moving your knees, right? Because we don't want those knees going forward and back. That means our hips are moving. We want the knees to stay stable as we rotate. 2 more times. And center. Take a little break. Now we'll do the second version. But I want you to squeeze your knees together as if you're holding that book and have that awareness. Hinge back. And again, we rotate side to side. You didn't hinge back very far, right? Because I want you to make sure you're not rounded at all. You want to have a nice tall spine so that you're not cranking down on those vertebrae like that, right? Keep going. Sometimes I stop, but you keep going, right? Because I just like watching how beautifully you guys are doing. All 1, 2, 3 black boxes, 1 picture, 2 people I can see. But that's okay. And then come to center. All right, we're going to go over onto our side facing the front. We're going to line up everything, ankles, knees, and hips, everything stacked. Make sure your hips, the top hip isn't back. So push your hand on that hip a couple times and make sure it's on top of the other one. Then we're going to grab that book. And all we're going to do is rest it on the top thigh and then put the hand on top. Make sure you have a little lift under your waistline, flex through that left heel, and we lift the leg as a unit. And then into that clam position, so heels together, we pivot open. And then from that clam, we're going to lift those heels up and we continue to open and close in that clam from this high level. That should be pretty challenging. And relax. Put the book down, give yourself a little love in that hip. And then you're going to take that book and put it down where either your feet would be for a side plank, or if you do side planks on your thighs, you're going to put it right there. All right, protect this shoulder, push it back, engage those lats, get a lot of space between the ear and shoulder. And then if it's straight-legged plank, then your feet go on that book. If you're doing crisscross, top leg in front of the bottom one, because you're on this book, I need those hips to go about 2 inches higher than you think they need to be. And gently come down. All right, we have both of those exercises to do on the other side, please. So let's pivot over, have your book with you. Stack your knees up, stack your hips up. Let's make sure that front hip isn't pushed, or that top hip isn't pushed back. Press it forward a couple times. Then make sure you've got all those beautiful 90-degree angles. Book on top of your top thigh. Just hold it there with your hand and lift. Good, heels together, we pivot open. And then heels in the air, pivot open. and relax. And of course, give that hip a little bit of love. We're going to do side plank on the other side. So book down either where your feet will be, or again, if you're on the side of your thighs, down where the side of the thighs will be. Elbow right underneath the shoulder, shoulder pushes back. A lot of space, swan neck. Lats go in. And then feet on that book or sides of the thighs on the book. And then again, you have to lift those hips up a little extra bit. And gently down. As you come down, pivot over onto your abs, bring yourself to the top of your mat, and your book is off the mat. Now, if you have a carpeted floor and a sticky book, this won't work so well, but if you have a regular book, I don't know. Yeah, let's just try this. Point all 10 toes, toenails on the ground, kneecaps lift, belly button lifts. Put your hands on the book, rock your head so it's right between your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades back and then press them forward. All we're doing is basically shrugging and then depressing the shoulders 2 more times, and then depress the shoulders and then press into the hands to lift yourself up, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, a little bit of extra upper body work, and then come down. Shoulders pull back, lift up, squeeze together, hold at the top, and exhale down. So just keep this movement going. Your feet are on the ground. I just need to put that knee in a different position. And then on this last one, you lift up, you squeeze those shoulder blades together, you press into the book, hold, and relax. All right, look between your hands for a second. That's your measurement for your front of the thigh plank or your toe plank. Come up into a forward plank. Again, you can be on the fronts of your thighs. You can be on all 10 toes. Don't cross your ankles. I'm just doing that again, supporting that one leg. Or maybe not. Couple more seconds in this regular plank. And then gently come down, and you can press back, hips sit back on your heels, resting position. Take a little break here, stretch your arms out in front of you or bring them by your sides. And then when you feel ready, leave your book back there, and it's gonna come underneath your toes. Again, if you're doing a front of the thigh plank. You guys are gonna stay up. We're going to stay up for 30 more seconds. We, as in the mouse in my pocket, and you. You are halfway there. Almost. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest, either push your hips back, sit on your heels, or if you prefer, lie on your belly and windshield wiper your legs. And then when you're ready, you're going to sit up on that book again. And just like we did before, you want to make sure you don't see your book in front of you, right? You're sitting nice and tall, sit bones on that book. Pull them out from under you. Flex through those heels. Extend those arms and pivot to look at me. Good. So from there, I want you to take your back arm and twist it farther. Take your front arm and bring it forward. Notice if you rounded through your shoulders, open that up, and then that front arm comes down somewhere to your leg, might be your toes, and use that to help you pivot and pull forward deeper in your saw. Notice if you start caving, and make sure you're still sitting tall, hinging just from those hips. Inhale back up, twist the other way. Use your back arm to pivot farther. Use your front arm to reach farther, bring it down. Press weight into both hips equally, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist and rotate. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist, rotate. Inhale, up. Good. Saw position. Sitting nice and tall in between. And then come to center. We'll bring those feet together. We're going to flex through our toes and bring them back toward our face. Shoulders back and down, arms out again in that T position. Rotate toward me, sit taller, rotate a deeper and a little deeper. Inhale back to center for the twist. Go the other way. Twist, twist, twist. Those are exhales. Inhale, center, twist, twist, twist. Check your big toes when you come back. They should be touching. This time when you come to the front, bend your elbow, push, push, push to the back, push, 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 and relax. Bend your knees just a little bit, bring your feet in so that you can grab your toes with your fingers, pull them back, get a little stretch in your feet, pull your toes, or push your toes forward through your upper body, get a stretch, pull your toes back. Just play with that for a couple minutes, and then drop your head. You might be able to scoot back a little, you might be able to stretch your legs out, but you're going to keep your hands where they are. Maybe get some pressure against each toe, make sure that you still have mobility in each little toe, curl them and straighten them, and then sit nice and tall. You're going to scoot off of that book, and we're going to lie down. All right, we have two more, I think. We did toe touches with the book here. You're going to have the option, depending on how slippery your book and your leggings are, to have the book right there in between your knees, so that now when you do toe touches, you have bigger weight, right? So up to you. If that's not working out for you, put the book back here. You have 4 more like that. All right, take the book and put it in front where you can see it, and put your hand on it. Your elbow should be off the ground, your shoulder should be off the ground. Take your back leg, grab it with your back arm, bend your front leg, use your leg to help lift yourself up part way, then extend that leg. See if you can walk your hand up that leg as far as you can go, and then can you let go? Then bring it all back down. We're going to stay on the same side for ease. One more like that, and then I'll show you the next option if you'd like. If you want a little more challenge, don't grab your leg, just lift, 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 reach, 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 twist, twist, twist. So it's sort of my modified version of crisscross. Good. Give me 2 more on this side. All right, we're going to do the other side. You can either face away from me, or if you feel like it, you can just switch your head to the opposite end. So again, our hand is on the book, but elbow and shoulder are not. We reach around, we grab that bent knee, and then we use that to help us come up, and then we straighten out that leg. I'm probably not going to straighten it. And then we come down. Then you have the option to do that as you twist, or you have the option to come up without getting any assistance, and you'll extend that leg. You're going to do 8 more of those, please. And then when you finish that 8th one, then you'll meet me lying down, book in your hands. You're gonna bring that book behind your right leg and bring that in. Pull the hamstring down toward your armpit so that your thigh is up against your rib cage. Big stretch there. While you're there, feel free to move around with that right foot a little bit. And then even if the knee moves away a little bit, flip the book so it's pushing your hamstring down and your shin towards the ceiling. And again, movement through that leg. You can bring it back to center. You could straighten out that left leg. Keep the knee bent. Bring the book on the outside of it. That's going to be a little extra challenge as you pull that knee over towards your left and then you stop. And the weight of that book should give you a big stretch in your hip. Then you're going to put that foot on the outside of that left leg. Book comes over to the right. Lift that left knee right behind it. Beautiful. So that again should be a big stretch on that hip. And then if you like, drop your knees over to the left for a big twist. The book underneath your right hand should help keep that right shoulder down a little bit. Then you're going to gently press everything back up through center. Move the book over to behind your left knee. Give it a big hug in. Push the hamstring down so that the quad ends up on the ribs. Maybe get some movement through those feet. And then flip that book. You're welcome to straighten that right leg out. And again, get some movement through that left foot. Keep the knee bent, put the book on the outside, pull it across, and feel that beautiful stretch on that left hip. Then bring the book into your left hand over to the left, put your left foot outside the right thigh, drop it open as you bend that right knee, tuck up, hold for a moment, feel the stretch, and then drop into your twist. Then you're going to come back through center. You can leave your book on the ground, bring it on up. You'll meet me on your hands and knees. And we're going to roll through cat and inhale through cow. And then we'll lift up. Tuck those toes, walk it out. Good, bend those knees, meet me cat, meet me cow. Bring it on up. Thank you guys.